Well, we've been doing the states during this 75th anniversary of Yankee Publishing, the New England states, so it brings us to Vermont. Well, there's a lot you could say about Vermont, but I think common sense is associated with the Vermont culture. Common sense. You know, they had a seminar out in Utah of United States judges, and it was fairly recently. And they asked them at some point during the seminar to list the criteria they used in making their judicial decisions. 30 to 40% of judges nationwide listed common sense among those criteria for making judicial decisions. 72.4% of the Vermont judges listed common sense first. You probably remember back in the Vietnam War, another example, when Senator Aiken had a suggestion for how to deal with the war. He said, why don't we bring the troops home and say we won? Well, common sense. The country smiled, not because it was that funny, but just because I think because it came from a Vermonter. I've had personal experience with common sense. I went up to Montpelier some time back doing a story about legends. And there is a legend that they used to freeze the old people in the fall up there around Montpelier and keep them frozen all winter long, so they didn't have to feed them and heat them and this and that. And then they'd thaw them out in the spring, okay? Well, I went up there, and I went into a general store, and there was an older couple there that were running the store. And I said, well, you know, I'm doing a story for Yankee on legends and so forth, and I've heard about how they used to freeze the old people here in the fall, then thaw them out in the spring. Have you heard of that? And they both nodded. Oh, everyone around here's heard of that. And I said, well, what I'm interested in is, do you believe it? Do you believe that they used to freeze the old people and then thaw them out in the spring? And they both nodded. Yep. We believe it. Believe the whole thing. All except for the thawing out part, they said. Common sense. Vermont.